Welcome to the Simply Incredible Podcast. I am Daryl, a.k.a. The D, here with T-Rizzle, George Abney.
Glad to be back.
Welcome back. Back again.
Streets back.
Oh, yes, we got them too. That's actually probably better.
No. I like Welcome Back Hotter. You ever watch that when you were growing up?
Yeah, Mr. Qatar.
Loved it.
I think I could have been a member of the Sweat Hogs.
Yeah, I think you would be either that or Howard Stern's Whack Pack. I'm just saying, man. If you get in the wetsuit, yeah, I'm telling you, Howard Stern will take and be like,
I would much rather be a Sweat Hog
than a Howard Stern Whack Packer.
Yes. Yes. I was never big into the Stern, but I know many people were.
Did you ever watch his TV show on E?
I did watch a little bit of that, yeah.
I've watched that regularly. I miss that show.
I don't.
I love it.
There's some shows that back in the day that were very popular, like talk shows and stuff. Like, could care less if they were gone or not.
No.
Yeah.
My favorite of all of them, I have a couple favorite Howard Stern episodes, but anything with Beetlejuice. Anything with Beetlejuice, I'm gonna take and watch. That might be a little bit. What would you call it?
Juicing?
No. When you take advantage of somebody.
I've never done such a thing, so I would not know the terminology.
It's a little bit.
I've been used many times.
Well, all right.
Maybe even abused.
Welcome Back Hotter was really good when it came out with John Travolta. He all of a sudden his star was on the rise, and all of a sudden it took off. Horshack and all these other guys, they were well known, but they kind of fell off the scene.
I would like to think.
Oh, I was going to say Horshack actually did a celebrity boxing versus Screech.
Yeah.
Did you see that?
I felt so bad.
Horrible.
Man. Yeah.
Absolutely horrible.
Poor
so
Horshack.
Bad.
I mean,
Screech, even though he was an uber nerd, he was actually somebody who trained in martial arts and boxing. It was not fair.
Yeah. I mean, because I like to think I was the Travolta of the group, but in reality, I was the Horshack. I was.
I'll give you.
I was
Travolta status.
But I had the fighting ability of Screech. I actually did have fighting skills.
Yeah, you did.
But and we both. I did just go past tense on myself.
Do you think you could have taken Horshack?
I think a cat could have taken Horshack. Man, poor guy. I mean, he tried hard. And later on, I heard Screech. He did an interview. He goes, I was just trying to just play and just have fun with it. And he hit me one too many times. I was like, no.
He says, I'm
just
gonna
stop.
clock
No.
you.
Yeah.
Well, maybe. I've heard nothing good about Screech as a person, though.
Yeah.
I've heard he's a pretty terrible person.
Yeah, I've heard that as well.
I think that even a couple of local DJs had him on the morning show, and he was doing like some sort of a comedy benefit, local. And afterwards, they just said that dude was the worst, most conceited, arrogant jerk ever. I was like, what? Screech? Oh, I did not know.
And that's why I'm not on any local radio channels.
No, we don't want you on there.
They're like, what a jerk.
Dude, it's not good.
No, not at all. One thing I did want to mention from last week's podcast, some of the artists I would like to meet, there's a couple we missed. One was Adam Hughes.
He's fantastic.
I mean, amazing artist.
Almost like photorealistic with a little bit of Photoshop.
Yeah.
Cartoonized just a little bit. I love Adam Hughes' stuff.
I just picked up Catwoman number 51. Did you like the TV show Lost?
I did before they lost it at the end.
Okay, you remember the first season? I think it's the first season where they had the hatch and they went down into the thing that had a number repeating.
Yeah.
Okay, this cover is called the Lost cover. It's Catwoman like in prison, with the name.
And that's the number.
The number is on there.
I know that picture. I know exactly what you're talking about.
It's for the longest time. I was like, why is this the Lost? I mean, did she get lost in prison? What happened?
That is really cool.
And somebody later told me, I was like, oh, okay, that's pretty cool.
When you talk Adam Hughes, it reminds me of another artist that I like, Frank Cho. Love his stuff, man. I met him in HeroesCon one year. He's so famous. He's so talented, and he was just a regular guy. It was really a joy to meet him. He was cool.
Yeah,
he was like, hey, man, what's up? Yeah, you ever see my stuff? I was like, of course. I was like, yeah, you dig it? I was like, oh, man, I'm a fan. And I get him to sign something and draw me up, a little bit.
So is he really outgoing?
Yeah, he was when I talked to him.
Because I know a lot of artists when I was in.
He was chill.
When I was in Charlotte a couple weekends ago, it was like some of them were kind of outgoing, some of them kind of reserved, and I kind of in my mind I'm thinking a lot of these artists will be kind of reserved.
Yeah, because they're artists.
Because they're artists, man. Because that's their way of doing things. They're not having like 20 people around them. Hey, what do you think about this one?
That's right. That's right.
Would you like to put some strokes on there on it too, or something like that? In my mind, I'm like, that's almost like as a kid. You're that loner kid, and this is your escape.
Right, and now everybody's all around you watching it.
Mm-hmm.
I'll tell you who was a little bit of a disappointment, and this might be a little harsh to say, was Scotty Young.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a huge Scotty Young. I think you were with me at that one. I was trying to get him to do a commission for me, and he didn't blow me off, but he wasn't real like, hey man, I wish I could, but I'm already full on everything. He goes, oh, dude, man, my list is already full till the end of Sunday. And, I mean, no, like, let me see what I can do. Because, I mean, now he's busy. I get it and stuff. But I wanted him to be, like, really friendly. And be, man, I wish I could. I tell you what, here's my information. If you send me, here's my rates, send me what you want, and I'll take and hook it up for you. I can't get it done this weekend, but I'd love to do something for you.
That was so much Tim sell for me this weekend.
Same way?
Yeah. Oh. I mean, like I told you last week, I was in
that
that
was
line.
The one, he's not taking anymore?
Yeah, I was third person in line. I mean, and there were times when, those times where he was not accepting autographs, I mean, he wouldn't even look up for nothing.
Dude, crazy.
I was like,
man.
Dang, dude. I mean, there's some other people. Brian Stillfreeze, he does some amazing stuff.
I don't know the name.
He did some Black Panther stuff recently.
Really?
But
good?
he's been around for a while. And I was going to get an autograph, and the lady beside me, she goes, he's not signing right now. He's like, I'm sorry, man. We got all this commissions and stuff to do. But he was pretty cool with it.
Oh, I mean, as long as they're cool with it. I mean, I understand that I got to the party late. That's one thing. But just act like it matters.
Yeah.
Now, Tim Sale, I'll tell you what I love that he did. He did, my favorite one that he did, rather, was Daredevil Yellow.
Don't know that one.
Oh, my goodness. So good, man. If you get a chance, I'd say pick it up. I'll see if I can find it. I think I own it.
Mm-hmm.
You know where I got it? It was so wild. My mom went to the local library, and you know how they have like a comic section, graphic novels you can check out?
Yeah.
Well, after they've kind of run their course, they'll take and put their stuff for sale for nothing, like a dime.
Oh, really?
And so
did not know that.
It's not in good shape at all. I mean, it is been read over and over and over, and it's got like the public library sticker on it, and bound with clear tape to make it stronger. I don't care.
Yeah, that's your reader copy.
That's my reader copy. But that was good. If I can find it, I'll hook you up. In fact, I've got a whole bunch from them that I was gonna take and either try to sell or give to Goodwill, but I'm gonna give them to you. See if you want to do something with them.
Yeah, it's funny.
Don't make fun of me when you see the Lynchburg Public Library stickers on them like I stole them.
You couldn't afford books, so
I steal library.
5-finger discount, yo.
Dude, where's your crews?
I don't know. Where is everybody?
Dude,
is anybody chatting?
Going.
What's going on?
Are they expecting you on Thursday night?
They legitimately could potentially. Like we bouncing forth back and forth. But we think we've got this spot dug in now.
Yeah.
We think. Fingers crossed. Until in a few weeks when I go to San Diego, when I will be on a plane about this time.
What is it? 2 weeks?
2 weeks. Oh, no. I leave on the 17th, so I'll let you guys do the math on that. It's probably about 3 weeks away. 4 weeks. Yeah, something like that. 3 weeks.
I'm so jelly.
Oh, I like jelly.
Dude, if I was rich, I would so be on that plane. If I was lucky enough to win the golden lottery.
Yeah, I quit playing the lottery.
Really?
Yeah.
I was just telling somebody today, I was like, man, if I win the lottery, you never have to work again. And I was like, guess I had to buy a ticket before I start throwing all these promises around.
Well, no. I mean, if you win, that doesn't mean you have to play. I mean, that means you just haven't won.
No, it means
you're not going to win if you don't play.
That's true. Remember Nightcrawler?
Yeah.
Can't win unless you buy a ticket.
Yeah, what I tell people, they say that to me, I look at them and go, you can't lose if you don't play.
That's true. Do you play ever? I mean, did you?
It's very rare. I mean,
I don't play.
I mean, if you get like a $500 million, I'll give them $2 for that.
Yeah, I will too.
Yeah, it's now $2 for a ticket, so I give them $2.
Here's the thing: I don't even know how to check if I won.
You can come by the convenience store right across the street.
Okay.
I know a guy.
Do you know a guy?
I know a guy.
Short
guy.
I wonder if God has given me that gift, and he goes, "You didn't even check the ticket, Troy." I could have won, and I was like, nobody contacted me after I paid that money.
Yeah, they're gonna somehow like the ticket will start lighting up.
Yeah,
and stuff
yeah,
like that.
that's what I thought happens. You won. You won. The other thing I was thinking was that they would say, "Hey, somebody in Lynchburg won the ticket or the lottery. Check your ticket." Is that?
Honestly, I don't even know if they do that because no one's ever won in Lynchburg. I don't think. If it has, it's been a long time.
If you won the lottery and could keep it secret, you would.
Of course.
But that's the whole thing. You can't.
Well, did you hear about the lawsuit?
No, because that's what I want to hear.
You knew about the lawsuit? You want to hear about the lawsuit? The lawsuit!
I said, no, I didn't hear
Okay.
it. I want to hear it.
There was a lady in, I want to say Massachusetts, I think, up north from here. But she won, gosh, I don't know how many millions of dollars. I mean, like $400 or $500 million. And she just wanted to have like whacking.
No, it's not good. Now, did you have anything that you watched this weekend that was good? We can talk about?
To me, one of the more recent shows on Netflix, season 1 I watched, it's called 13 Reasons Why. And I'm not going to lie to you, tears were flowing.
Really?
Oh, yeah. I mean,
why you watch those?
Because it's really good.
But if it's going to make you sad, if you know in the end, I'm happy now, I'm going to watch this, and I will be sad.
It's a little thing called emotion. Sometimes, you know, even though I have none, sometimes I like to fake like I have an emotion.
Okay. Hey, let me tell you something. There's been a lot of times recently I've let those emotions flow. It's like, man, let me see if I can take it.
But it shows like that sometimes, you know, you watch just to kind of go, okay, where is everybody? I don't know. I see people in the room, but no one's talking. But it's really touching about this little girl. I call her a little girl. She's sophomore in high school.
Right.
She just transferred from another school, and fast as you know it, rumors are already starting to fly about this little girl. And you know, she has friends, but these rumors kind of slowly build up around her, and everybody's calling her name. Not everybody. She's got a good little decent group of friends who at sometime or another like disappoint her or say something that they shouldn't say to each other and stuff. But at the end, well, it's right in the trailer of it, she commits suicide.
Yeah, no, I've heard that from the trailer too.
And but the 13 reasons is before she does, she makes cassettes, old school cassettes, and she records each side of the cassette. It's 7 cassettes, so it's 13. You know, the front and back is 1, so it's 13 reasons.
Okay.
And each one of them involves a person that was in her life that affected her.
That was a reason that she.
Yeah.
So if you're on that, you're garbage.
Except for one kid.
Okay.
So he was really close to her, but still at the same time, man, I hated that kid.
Really?
Yeah, he's a good kid. It's just like you could have saved this girl. You wanted to go out with. Man, I don't want to spoil that. But anyway.
But it was good.
Oh my gosh, so good.
1 to 10.
Man, these kids were acting so good. Season 1, mind you, I'm giving that about probably about 8.5, 9, somewhere in that ballpark.
Solid.
Now,
you're touching into the 9s there. That's pretty good.
You know, for me, that's pretty high.
That is.
I'm like 6 is
six and 7.
Not bad.
Yeah, that's.
But I'm starting to season 2. I'm up to episode 7, I think. It's kind of really, really gone downhill.
Really. Wayward Pines did that. The first season of Wayward Pines, one of my favorite things of all time for like a full season that I watched all the way through religiously. And then I went to season 2 and it was just, nope.
It was not the good?
I meant to talk about a movie last week that I watched that I was like, I can't believe I missed out on talking on it. You think you got one of your settings wrong?
No, I want to. Go ahead.
Hey, we're having a little technical difficulties here.
I don't know if we are or not. I think no one's just talking today. I know a couple of the people that usually does a lot of talking, they actually had to work and stuff. So.
Oh, very good. But I went to the movie theater last week and watched Tag. Jeremy Renner.
Yeah, how was that?
Oh my gosh, that movie was so fun that we got one.
Oh, there's somebody. Hey, Mighty Nick, how's it going?
So fun. I don't remember since. I didn't have that much fun since my hangover. But that movie made me laugh. Totally original. This one, fantastic. In fact, I almost left the theater and grabbed up all of you guys and said, I don't want to finish this without you. I want you to come watch this. This is a buddy movie. So good. In fact, when if we get a chance, we all ought to go to the theater together or rent it when it comes out at the house and stuff. That's a good one.
If you're up to see it this week, I will. But is Ant-Man? That's next week, right?
Is that next week?
I think that's next week, I believe.
Yeah.
Because I thought I saw a thing today that said 10 days, so that would be next week.
Okay.
But I can't think of anything else. But hey, I would be up to see that movie.
Dude, it's good. It's really fun. The other one I didn't watch last weekend, and I just wanted to let the main crowd go, is Jurassic Park. I'm going to probably watch that this Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's the same kind of a movie as all of them and stuff. But man, like I said, a movie with, giant dinosaurs,
Yep.
running around, Chris Pratt and popcorn, I'm in.
That sounds awesome. But honestly, Tag, when I saw the trailers for it, I'm like, oh yeah, I definitely want to see that.
It was good. It was really good.
It's still in Toronto.
What? Toronto?
Yeah.
Tag?
No, it's an inside joke with me and Fish.
Not an appropriate thing on a mass media thing.
No one's reading it. No one even knows.
Hey, let's go ahead and get into the topic tonight. What is our topic of discussion?
Tonight's topic is, last week we kind of slightly mentioned if you could go back in time and meet people.
Yeah.
This week what we're going to talk about is if you could just go back in time to witness whatever you wanted to in history, but not be visible, so you're not disturbing the history itself. So you can just witness the moments.
Sure.
And I was like, because I was thinking, there's so many of them I would love to see. So I was like,
do you have a couple, maybe?
I've got a massive list.
All right, cool.
Right off the bat,
I got a list too.
He does. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yes.
The birth of Christ. There's so many people that, the reason I actually said so you wouldn't disturb history, there's a billion people that would want to go to see the birth of Christ. If they're all there, little history's being disturbed.
Yeah.
You know what? We might be able to chip in and get them a room at the inn.
Oh, no. That's the... Can't take any of the major parts of that story and change it and have the same kind of effect. But if you change history, you wouldn't know that it was different. He goes, they got this room at the inn, and they got...
It's like a billion people there. They're all chipping in. And all this money looked futuristic.
Might change a lot of Christmas carols.
Yeah.
That would be a good one, though. Yeah. I mean, the birth would be good. I tell you what, how cool would it be walking on water? Mm-hmm. I mean, another one in the Bible, and I would love to be... Yeah, that would be good, but I'm thinking David and Goliath. Yeah. Seeing him stand toe-to-toe and do that thing. Because, I mean, you've got 500 different, versions of that entertainment has come up with.
Yeah.
Man, wouldn't it be cool? No, I'm here. Mm-hmm. That's it.
He said there's your popcorn.
Oh, no, there ain't no popcorn there. Mutton, maybe.
Why can't I take popcorn with me in the transporter?
Did you ever see Deja Vu with Denzel Washington?
See what?
Deja Vu.
Just now twice.
He had
sucker.
There's some stuff that couldn't pass the plane. He had to get in his underwear. That's one of my favorite movies.
Mighty Nick says, I would like to see dinosaurs in real life. That's one that's actually on my list as well.
Yeah, hopefully I'm hidden too, Nick. Same thing.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, we're invisible. They don't see us. We don't see them. Nothing.
All right, how about
Actually, wait a minute. We see them. They don't see us.
Yeah, I don't want to go anywhere. Close your eyes. Yeah, Chaka. See, you're back in time.
Hey, look at that.
You can't see that.
It's a very dark night somewhere.
It's very somewhere. I would like to see that, but I'd like to be in like something where I'm hovering and like almost like ghost like they can't put their physical hand to me.
We'd be like Superman flying around. Casper,
like an angel. A soul.
Look at that.
Maybe that is a part of heaven. Think about this concept, right? You always wonder what's heaven. I'm going to be up there walking around in the clouds. Maybe there's billions of universes out there that he has created, and he said, what heaven is, you only spent one lifetime at one, but now you're going to have the power of flight and time travel, whatever, and you get to explore the rest of this thing that I continually create forever.
Yeah.
How cool, right?
That would be pretty sweet.
Because you could say, okay, before I go back into those, I want to go into our past here on Earth and explore like we're doing tonight.
Yeah, so we can have like alternate universes.
Dude, Excalibur, Fetish Tropic, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Imagine, that'd be good.
Mm-hmm. Give me one.
Not so far back, I would love to take and be on the grassy knoll
It's one of them was on my list.
Yep, when JFK is in, Daily Plaza.
See, my thought on that was, I think I need to go twice.
You have to.
You have to be once so you can look up here. Okay, that's Lee Harvey up there.
Yeah.
And then another you can look around. It's like, is there anybody else over here shooting?
Anybody else? Oh man, that'd be crazy, dude.
And on that same thing, we know who killed Abe Lincoln.
Yeah.
But still,
you want to be there?
You be there in the theater to watch John Wilkes Booth. I click and jump down, break his leg, and take off running. Another thing I'd like to do, because I've heard many times that they did not actually get John Wilkes Booth.
Really?
Yeah. They got someone else, and they put it off like it was really him.
Dude, I don't doubt that at all. I could believe that totally.
So, and I was like, well, let's go find out, did they really get him?
The thing is, back then they had the benefit that if you put the story out loud enough, nobody was connected enough. Yep. We didn't have the internet. Heck, you might not see a paper for 3 months. So, yeah.
If heaven is like a multiverse, I want to go to the DC or Marvel universe.
Dude, that would be great.
That would be pretty sweet.
Could you imagine if one of those things that God created was an actual Marvel universe? I mean, but they were as real as me and you.
Because look,
that would be wild.
I'm taking out the Joker, and then I'm taking his woman.
Oh.
They're like, Joker, that's not a bang that comes out the end of that gun.
Dude,
hey Harley, how you doing?
Time.
How you doing, Harley? Go in. Yeah.
Hey.
Bring Poison Ivy over too. I mean, no.
This is getting weird. This is getting weird.
Pearl Harbor, World Trade Center, 2 awesome ones as well.
Check this out. This guy who came into the school last night to bring his son in, he's a local police officer who used to be a firefighter in New York City, and he was in New York City on 9/11, was in the Trade Center. His father actually was killed, and he was actually in the towers and got trapped under rubble for 17 hours.
Wow. Oh, my gosh.
Isn't that crazy?
Mm-hmm.
Came here, decided to be a police officer, and his son is training with us now.
Wow.
Isn't that cool? I was like, man, I'm going to talk to him.
That's a combination of cool and crazy at the same time. Yeah.
I loved it. It'd be like weird to ask him because you don't want to be bringing up trauma or something like that.
But honestly, it's one of those things I would love to have him on and just chat.
Oh,
just talk about not just the trade centers, but what's it like being a firefighter in New York?
Yeah, that'd be good.
I mean, because there's a lot of stuff you're going to see.
My brother's a firefighter, and this is his last week. He's retiring. He's 1 year older than me, and he's going to be retired. Wow. I hate you. I hate him. I'm like,
that's awful funny.
I love him. He's a good guy. All right. You give me another one.
Let's see. 1947, Roswell, New Mexico. Oh. I want to find out, did this thing come out of the sky, a UFO, and land in a field?
Crash
landed. Okay, just crashed. And I want to see if there's some little aliens running around, the little grays, in their kind of aluminum foil looking suits. And there beside it. I want to find out, did that really happen?
I would love it.
Titanic, I know, because I've seen the movie, and I'm still mad at Rose from that movie. Let the man get on board with you. Come on.
I never understood that. That selfish chick. Yeah. It's like, are you serious?
Yeah, she was rich and privileged.
Dude, all right, another one. I would like to be around for the Patterson Bigfoot footage.
Yeah.
Not just to see, but to see the before and the after. Like, all right, get in the suit. All right, do your thing. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
If that was true, or if it was real. It's like, no, it wasn't a suit, man. It was real.
Another one. I even got dates on here too, because
Yeah,
we can. July 20th, 1969. Do you know what it is? July 20th, 1969. I'm covering it up so you can't see it.
Is that the moon landing?
Oh, look, it's right. Ding, ding. Well, you have a winner. Did they really land on the moon, or is this out in Arizona somewhere?
What's your personal opinion?
Oh, they landed on the moon.
They landed on the moon. Me too.
I mean, I really think so, but I was like, man.
They landed on the flat moon, though.
Not the round one.
Not the round one.
Not that one up there. That one. See, Jeff.
See, the flat moon ain't nothing but like a couple miles past the atmosphere.
Oh, a nuclear bomb test. I don't know.
I don't know about that. That might. You might glow when you get home.
Again, the hologram that we are there is going to be glowing when we get back. Speaking of glowing, Vanilla Ice. Turn off the lights, and I'll glow.
I'll tell you another one. How about to be there for Bruce Lee's very first martial art lesson?
Oh, with
Yip Man.
Yeah.
Ip Man.
Yeah. That would be so awesome.
You know, like where he's regular. He's not the god of martial arts. He's this kid who's trying to go, which foot is my right foot?
Mm-hmm.
You know, and then kind of check in on him periodically. Like watch him train and get better and better. Like every year, go back and watch him get better and better.
Would you go to one of his dance competitions?
The cha-cha?
Yeah. Bruce Lee, not Fujitsu Bruce Lee. Cha-cha-cha Bruce.
Now, I would if I didn't, like they said, the only spot we have in the Bruce Lee tour is the Cha-Cha Championship. Okay, yeah, sign me up. But
go ahead and say that word. Cha-Cha Championship.
Cha-cha-cha, cha-cha. Cha-cha.
And we just witnessed Bruce Lee.
I would love that. Oh, I'd like to see his fight with Wong Jock Man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the one that kind of helped him say, I got to change some things. Let me see. What else?
Okay, well, he said something on here. Fish said, when the first Superman comic was done.
Only if I could bring the copy back.
Here's what my thing is. I would want to go into like the old War Room, Jack Kirby, Stan Lee inventing characters like Spider-Man, Fantastic Four.
And that would be awesome.
Yeah, X-Men and stuff like, you know, working on these things and creating the Marvel Universe as we know it.
What's crazy about that is that I'll bet you when you took and looked back on it, it wouldn't be iconic. It would be a couple of knuckleheads in this room having a conversation just like this.
It's like, idiot.
You were like, what in the world?
You mean you're going to have a man that's got spider webs coming out? What are you thinking?
You do that?
That's ridiculous.
You know what they would do? Not bad. Here. Just see what else comes up.
It's like, that's really stupid. It's not a bad idea.
How about a guy who stretches everything? Yeah, man, that's good.
Well, we don't know about everything.
You're on fire. The other guy's on fire. Man, go away. I don't even want to see you. The other one's invisible.
He's like, you're so good. I can't see you. Oh, wait.
You hard-headed. I'm a rock. You're a dumb thing. That's how the Fantastic Four was created.
There you go. And now you know the rest of the story.
And knowing's half the battle.
And they created G.I. Joe. All right, I don't think they did.
Okay, what else you got?
This one right here you have zero chance of getting. October 1st, 1932. Zero chance of getting this.
Okay, no, I'm not. I was gonna try to pull like a World War II reference or something.
Have you ever heard the phrase? Well, no, it's before World War II.
Yeah.
But have you ever heard the phrase "calling the shot"? Babe Ruth.
I remember it.
Did he call his shot?
You mean there's a discrepancy
There
that he might not?
Because it was in the World Series against the Chicago Cubs, and
I never.
There's actually a video of him actually pointing. But what a lot of people say is the pitcher was giving him a lot of grief, and he was shaking the bat at the pitcher,
not calling
instead of pointing. But there is video that does show him pointing, and the ball going right where he was pointing.
Check this out. Even if he was talking to him and he was shaking the bat, there's an argument to me. Yeah, he was shaking the bat. He goes, "Hey, knucklehead, you know where I'm going to send it? Right there.
To the moon, Alice. To the
moon.
And that pitcher, by the way, was Charlie Root. I had to find that out. I was like, I need to know this. But to me, I'm like, because when I saw him, I'm like, no, he called that shot. He called it.
Oh, dude. What about the first automobile?
Somebody mentioned it on here as well.
Oh, did they?
Yeah,
that would have been cool.
When the car was first made.
How that just hit me like this. What about being able to ride with Billy the Kid?
Oh.
You know, it's like, I'm not going to interfere, but I'm part of, this little thing. Okay, I'm riding with him. I'm in his gang. I broke all the protocols. I'm not the watcher anymore. I'm part of the Young Guns.
That's what I was going to go with, the Young Guns. That'd be
Young
how
Guns.
cool would that be?
Wouldn't that be wild?
That would be so awesome.
What if you could ride with him for just a week?
I'd be scared half to death if I was not just around. If I was really there, I'd be like, is he going to turn on me and shoot me?
I don't know if I would think that, but maybe if you got there. Maybe he was just a crud,
I mean, it's like, I want to be there like, now, how did you escape from this jail?
Yeah, and Emilio Estevez played you a lot cooler than what you really are, dude. You need to give some props.
The building of the Sphinx and the pyramids.
Ooh. You know what's crazy?
Aliens did it.
They don't exactly know when or who.
Well, on the thing I looked up, it said approximately 2500 BC for the Sphinx. The Sphinx.
He's a good boxer.
He was a good boxer. I don't want to see him get created back in about the 40s.
Yeah. What was that other one? Oh, to watch Merlin cast the spell is magic real. I'll tell you what, man. When I was young and started it, my first martial art was Kung Fu, and I was probably like 13, 14 years old, and I remember believing every story or every movie. You know, they could jump over walls, they could do all these mega flips, and I was convinced. I was like, you know what? It's because their body and spirit and soul were all centered, and their chi was, you know, and I believed, like, you know, I didn't tell anybody this. I was like, I bet you if you could really apply yourself to that level, that stuff would be real. Like magic.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't real.
I've seen videos where you got these grand masters that just... I'm a little scared because I'm a grand master, but I'm going to cut the chi off a little bit here. They're just like... And the dude goes flying.
You see?
I've seen it. He grabs him by the pinky, and he uses the bathroom in his pants.
Aha.
Just saying.
Mass
Seen
hysteria,
it
group hypnosis.
Witness.
I've seen that stuff too, and then I've also seen an MMA fighter take that same guy right after that demo.
Yeah.
And
to the woodshed.
dude, woodshed is the best. He put a beating on that guy like that guy had like stole his French fries at 5 years old. Man, I was like, whoa.
Mega structures being built. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, well, like maybe it'd be cool, like the Eiffel Tower or the. You know, Statue of Liberty. I almost feel like we kind of got a glimpse of that when they did the repair when we were like teenagers and stuff.
Well, I mean, also,
did you ever go up there into that?
I've never been into it, but I drove right past it.
Yeah. I went up to it. Her crown literally is no bigger than this room.
That's it?
That's it. Like when you go up, there's literally a staircase that goes, it wraps around. Like you walk forever all the way up. And when you get to the top, it's literally just like it bends one time, and you get to look out the windows for 2 seconds, and the lines keep going. You're like, I'm not done yet.
Was Remo Williams there?
He was, but he was hanging on. You know, no. I watched that this weekend.
I love that movie.
I watched it this weekend. I said, I need something to watch, and I saw Remo, and I was like, we've been talking about this for like months. I'm putting it in. What a good time.
Yeah, it's one of those movies. I actually last year. I found an original poster for Remo Williams. I cannot find a frame that fits it, though.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it super big?
It's 27 by 41.
Oh.
I found 27 by 40 everywhere. And I'm not going to bend my poster.
No, you have to build one. Yeah, I mean, or get one made.
I mean, I think I might be able to get one on eBay or something, but I was like, dude, just make one at the local store down the street. Hey, come on.
I'll tell you what else. Maybe, you know, like every now and then in our local mall, like around certain holidays, they'll have these guys that set up tables in the middle with posters from... Sometimes they sell frames for those odd ones, too.
Maybe they got one in a frame that I can get for like $20. You know?
I love Remo.
The creation of Adam and Eve.
Dude, just creation. You know, I think Fish Tropic had said something like that before. That would be an awesome one.
It's like, Eve, I think you're my like 87th grandmother. I don't know, something like that. So put some clothes on.
Hey, he had another good one. Bermuda Triangle. What about?
I am not flying over the Bermuda Triangle in 2018. I will not do it.
No.
No.
What do you think the Bermuda Triangle is?
I always feel like, you know, it's probably nothing, but a lot of things have disappeared there, and I always thought there might be some kind of magnetic field down in that
like
area.
an anomaly or something.
Yeah, that messes with the dials and stuff inside of a plane. What are those things called?
Controls.
Yeah,
readouts.
The dials and things.
Instruments.
Of
plane instruments.
Yes, for 1,000, Alex.
For 1,000. What about there's like that famous flight? What is it? Flight 19, where the entire I don't know what they called it back then. Is it a battalion of them or whatever? But they all got lost and done. Everyone thinks, okay, where'd they go? One of them made it back, and he said that like his time lapse was wrong. Like he shouldn't have any fuel left, or I don't know. It would have been wild to see some of these phenomena happening and get to the bottom of the story.
And there he goes again. Phenomena.
Phenomena.
Let's see what's next on my list. July 4th, 1939. You have no chance. I'll just go with this one. Lou Gehrig makes his historic speech. I am the great. How do you say? He didn't say I'm the greatest man on the face of the earth, but he said, you know, he's been dealt a really rough time.
The luckiest man.
The luckiest man on the face of the earth.
Yeah.
You know the baseball.
Dude, I've seen the movie Lou Gehrig.
Yeah. Played by? Not Lou Gehrig.
No, not Lou Gehrig. In fact, forever I was like, dude, he don't look like that dude in the pictures. Who was that who played him?
Oh, gosh.
Clark Gable.
In my mind, I was thinking Cary Grant, but that's been many moons ago.
I can't remember either. So sad.
In a galaxy not too far away. Did
Yeah.
did I already mention Star Wars? Yeah, we did, didn't we?
I don't think you did. You mentioned it to me.
Yeah, because like one place I'd love to be is on the set of Star Wars as it was being done. It's being filmed and everything. I mean, how cool would that be?
How cool if you could be the stormtrooper who bumped his head.
That would have to be a really, really
Low door.
It's like, they all had to kind of squat to get under. Then there's me.
Bump. Dude, I love those little bloopers because it makes it so, I mean, like a sincere, I don't know, a moment, a real sincere moment. It's like, hey, yeah, this is gold. Check this out. Look over there in the corner.
So my question is, I feel confident they did not catch that when it was originally released.
Oh, I think it just made it in, and then all of a sudden...
And then later on, they're like, let's put a little donk sound on his head when he hits it.
Well, think about this. How many movies back then did people go to like 100 times and watch it over and over so they could pick it apart?
I would say that's probably one of the first.
That's probably one of the first, yeah. Maybe The Wizard of Oz had that.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of which, right after they get the Tin Man, and you see the guy hanging himself.
I don't remember ever seeing that. I've watched the movie.
It's not. What it is...
Oh, they cut it out? Oh.
No, it's in there, but it's a crane. It's an actual, not a crane like they move stuff, like a bird. They had like animals on set, and it was in the background, and somebody didn't shoo it off, and you can see it silhouetted, and I don't know how, because once you find out it's a crane, you can literally see him doing his wings. It doesn't look like someone hanging.
Because when you first said it, I thought a crane as in the bird, but I'm like, they would not have any crane bird, those birds out there.
That's
so I thought
it
was an actual crane for the movie. I was like, that's interesting.
It was a bird.
And now we know. Twice in one episode, the rest of the story.
Knowing is half the battle.
What you got next? Anything?
Oh, man, there was a bunch of good ones that we talked about. JFK, the aliens, the moon landing. Let me see. Bruce. I really thought the Bruce Lee one was pretty cool.
That would,
That and the Bigfoot sighting.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, Bigfoot sighting.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Loch Ness Monster.
Yeah, and now we already know that it's not, but there might be
the Loch Ness Monster's real. Just saying.
Keep it alive, baby.
What about what's that one up in like Lake Erie? Like Champ.
Oh yeah,
Champ.
Champ
named after.
Hi there. That's a Welcome Back Carter reference. Remember Washington? Boom Boom Washington?
Yeah.
Hi there.
Yeah, that's right.
Love them.
You guys know I'm a baseball nerd. And these two kind of go together 21 years apart because they both happen to be in the same stadium.
Oh, yeah.
Shea Stadium. August 15th, 1965, the Beatles. I was never a Beatles fan. That was their first big concert in America. They played at Shea Stadium, home of the New York Mets. Mm-hmm.
Cool.
And again, I'm not a big fan of them, but still.
How about to be on the Ed Sullivan Show, Elvis's first appearance?
Mm-hmm. I had that one on my list, too. But remember, we could only film from here up.
Well, and the other thing, I don't like the idea where I couldn't take and interact. If there was millions and billions of people who could do this, that'd be one thing.
You'd be the girl screaming.
I would love to go up to him and just like high five him or shake his hand and say, "Trust me, you're gonna change the world," and then give him like a cell phone little selfie, and he'd be like, "What the hell?" And then I disappear, boom, and I'm the future man.
Future man.
Future man.
I would like to go back when Forrest Gump teaches Elvis how to dance. I'm just saying.
Teaches who?
Elvis.
He goes, look at them legs, man. That's great.
Those legs are crazy.
Stinky legs.
Those legs are crazy.
How about Muhammad Ali's first day in the gym?
He said, "Watch Muhammad knock out some people." Yeah.
Oh, hey, good for you.
Be in the gym with him, yeah.
Muhammad would be awesome to watch, man.
When he was young guy before he really got going.
This is my form is looking pretty good.
You must know someone who's taught you some martial arts.
I've seen a lot of movies.
Being the first submarine.
Nope, I don't want to be there. I want to watch him get in it.
Yeah, give me like the second or third one, but not that first one.
Dude, every submarine movie that's ever been made has a huge portion of the movie where they're like this. Shh. Don't talk. We're gonna all die, and they're all whispering like they're gonna die. But I don't care. I love it. The Hunt for Red October was good, but my favorite one, Crimson Tide.
Oh yeah.
Denzel with Gene Hackman. Loved that, man. That is
Awesome.
I got to get Connor to watch that one.
Will he watch it?
He's getting a little more open-minded to all those things now.
Nice.
So, yeah.
1986, Game 6 of the World Series. My New York Mets against the Boston Red Sox. 10th inning. My Mets are down by 3 runs, 2 outs. Gary Carter, who is no longer with us, starts a rally. But at 2 outs, just for a split second, the New York Mets Stadium, Shea Stadium, on the wall, congratulations, Boston Red Sox World Series champion.
They got beat, and they congratulated him on the wall?
Well, I mean, as before, it was 2 outs to go. Mets are down 3, no one on base. Gary Carter started a rally to end up winning. And that's the game where the ball went between Bill Buckner's legs.
Oh.
But, you know, it's 2 outs to go. They're like, they're not going to come back. They're dead. Keith Hernandez, the Mets first baseman, after he got out, 2 outs now, he's like, I'm going to the locker room. I'm not going to watch them celebrate. Popped open a beer and watching the game on TV as the Mets come back and won.
And then he run back
Yeah,
out?
then he ran back. You know what? I cannot remember if he said he did or not. In my mind, I think he said, I was too embarrassed to go back out there after I've been in the back drinking.
Dude.
But I think he did come back out.
Especially if he got, like, ripped.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he's up there tripping over himself, loving everybody. I love you, man. I love you. That would have been a good one, though.
And let's see. To roll out in the first tank or helicopter. Again, tank, yes. Helicopter, no.
Yeah, not the helicopter. Well, again, watching?
Yeah.
Sure. In fact, I wouldn't mind being on that base while they tested all of those things.
Be up there when the Hindenburg comes down.
Have you ever seen that black and white footage of the Hindenburg?
Yeah,
It
yeah.
went over my head. All that footage where they were trying to create UFOs.
Yeah.
Black and
Yeah.
white footage where there was like, they had a guy and it literally, he's sitting in like an open-ended thing and trying to do this. And it's like,
That thing crashed.
oh, dude. I'd love to watch those. That would have been, can you imagine having popcorn at that? That'd be better than a movie. Check this out. This is one of the coolest stories, man. It was July 4th one year. And I mean, I think we were just like freshmen in college or seniors in high school, right around that time. And at our local stadium here in town, now it's the Hillcats. Back then, I think it was the Mets. That's where you would go and watch all of the fireworks. Well, you know, what we would do is not buy a ticket because there was another football stadium kind of in the backyard of the baseball stadium. And what we would do is get on top of like where you would take and see the announcers. There was a place where they would film the football games really high up. Well, we took our girls and went up there and we're going to watch the fireworks from there. Well, check this out. I'd never seen this before in my life. I've never laughed so hard in my life. We actually got to watch the guys light the fireworks. Like, it's behind the scene. You never see it. It's like all of a sudden you look up and there they are, and that's the show.
Yeah.
That's not the best show. The best show is these monkeys doing it because they're in these blast protection outfits like they would have bear attacks, like, you know, check and see if it's good. So they would run, they would take and light it, and they would be like hobbling as fast as they could to get away from it. It was the absolute best 15 minutes of entertainment period because you would see them. I mean, they'd run like hell, and they couldn't. Their legs were straight like they were in casts, and they were like. And we knew one of the guys doing it. His name was Chuck Falwell, and I mean, you'd see him like they'd light it, and they would try so hard to get away that they'd fall down, and you. It's like a kid in the snow clothes, like, you know, a Christmas story.
Yeah,
It's like a turtle on his back. He couldn't get up. He's like, help me, damn it. Oh, it was so good.
Oh, my gosh.
That was good.
I just have visuals of this, and I'm dying over here.
Oh,
That is so awesome.
That's something that I wish I had on film that I could share with everybody, because seeing those guys stiff-legged sprint and fall, that was better than the fireworks by far. I think we laughed about that for 3 years, man. Chuck, when are we going to see some more fireworks? Shut up, man. I really almost hurt myself, man, for real.
I don't know if this person talks like that, but I'm saying he does.
Awesome time, man. Awesome.
Yeah, another one I've got, November 9th, 1989.
Def Leppard comes out with Hysteria. Awesome.
Close,
oh,
but
actually,
no.
that was 87, sorry. What is it?
The Berlin Wall comes down.
Oh, Mr. Gorbachev. Tear down
that wall.
Do you remember watching that on TV when that happened? That was big, dude.
I remember a few years after that, it got big in baseball cards. They would have like pieces of uniform, pieces of bat. Some of them had pieces of Berlin Wall.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't doubt it.
I was like, that's pretty cool.
Well, of course they had it. I mean, the capitalists took over. They're like,
Yeah.
the wall itself is worth money. Scoop
Chink,
it
chink,
up.
Put it in something. Chink, chink, chink. Put it in something. Put a COA with it. You're good to go.
I remember UFC had these trading cards, and on some of them, they would have a piece of the tarp.
Yeah.
That was, the floor tarp that they used for the thing, or a piece of the guy's glove. And I was like, oh, that's wild. Good stuff.
I know when WWE had some, they had some of the women cards, kiss cards, where they kissed it. Not the band Kiss, but they would kiss the card and have their lipstick imprint on it.
Ah, that's money.
That is.
How about this?
Let's go, Jerry.
Go to the very first appearance of Andre the Giant. No one's ever seen this.
Have you ever seen what he looked like back then?
No, I mean, just...
A very, very tall, very, very lanky guy.
Oh, he wasn't thick?
Oh, no. Now, this was back in...
Skinny guy.
In France, and he was in his late teens when he first started.
Wow.
Andre Ruzanoff, I believe was his actual name.
How about this? How about the very first meeting in real life of Cheech and Chong?
Oh!
All right. That would have been
Now,
cool. Hey, man, what you doing, man? Hey, man, I'm trying to get some stuff here, man.
My question is, how old were they when they first met?
Oh, they had to be like...
I mean, were they like...
late teens?
Because my question is like kids somewhere that were hanging out. Like, hey, man, let's make movies, man.
Yeah, man.
Let's make movies, man.
Hey, man, don't feed him that, man. Come here, man. I love those guys.
Those guys are great. I haven't watched one of those movies in a long time.
Dude,
I need to.
I love Cheech and Chong. I need to watch, like... what was your favorite one? Did you have a favorite?
Yeah, the funny thing is, I don't remember the names of them.
They blur together because they're not real movies.
I remember like Up in Smoke,
Nice Dreams.
Nice Dreams, but there was one scene that I always remember, I always crack up is
the car.
There's two scenes, 3 scenes now that I'm thinking about it. The one where they're in the car,
Up in Smoke,
and they're showing the hydraulics on the car.
Oh no, I'm sorry.
And they bounce up into someone's yard.
I don't know which one that was.
And he was teaching him Spanish for friends, and he goes, "Hey man, those man." He's like, "Get out of the yard, man." The other one is when he's like, "Hey man, this is Dave."
Oh, Dave's not here.
Dave's not here, man. No, man, it's me, Dave.
No. It goes like this. He goes, "Hey, open the door, man. I got the stuff." Who is it? Hey man, shut up. Shut up, man. Be quiet. Open the door. I got the stuff. What? Who is it? It's Dave. Who? Dave, man. Dave's not here. I heard that first time in junior high on a Walkman. I literally got kicked out of class because I started laughing so hard I couldn't stop. They're like,
so awesome.
Troy, out. I was like, fine. I want to listen to the rest of this thing anyway.
Oh my gosh.
Cheech and Chong, that would have been a good
one. Then another one was, they were at like a club, and they had a guy. The guy was supposed to be like 127 years old or something like that. Blind melon. He's like, man, he's so old he farts dust.
Oh Lord.
And he comes out with a harmonica, and he's getting his leg to move, and his leg was stopping. And he stopped playing. Trying to get that leg to move.
I remember that.
And his leg was up, and then the third time, and his leg started moving, and he's knocking himself over. I mean, I was probably 12, 13 years old. About dying laughing at that.
That's good.
I was like, this is such stupid comedy that, I mean, looking back now, I was like, that's stupid comedy, but at that time, greatest thing ever.
You know what they started out? They started out as a duo stage act, like a stand-up comedy duo.
I did not know that.
Yeah, and like a lot of the bits, like when they were in the car and stuff, they just had 2 chairs next to each other, and they would, pretend to have a steering wheel and play it up. And then when it took off, they said, let's put them in a car. Let's make this thing. I went to a blues bar in Greenwich Village up in New York City, and it was the place where they started.
Really?
And they had a picture on the wall, and they had signed it, and there was a whole bunch of others. They said they actually started in this bar.
That's pretty cool.
It was really cool, man.
I mean, like, now, if you go down this road, what about stuff like Robin Williams, like one of his early stand-ups?
Yeah, even though it wouldn't be good because he'd have to figure it out,
Yeah. I mean, Jerry Seinfeld.
How about the first night that he just killed it?
Mm-hmm.
That might be a better one.
George Carlin, when he first, really knocked it out of the park.
Dude, Eddie Murphy.
Mm-hmm.
Eddie Murphy. How about Bill Cosby before he raped everybody?
wah, wah. Wait, I need my fart app right now. That is our stinker of the day.
Dude,
I don't know if it's not showing up or what, but I don't know.
I don't know.
But it's all right either way.
It's all right.
The last one I actually had on here was Wilt Chamberlain, the night he scored 100 points in an NBA game.
Wouldn't mean anything to me, but if you're a fan, I can see wanting to be there for that, yeah.
I mean, the other one is Wilt Chamberlain, his 22,000 plus women.
I don't want to be there for any of those.
But he said
I'm afraid that big man would have, mistake me for a cute chick and be like, get away.
As long as it's not when you had the rat tail, he might think that.
I didn't have a rat tail. It was a ponytail.
Ponytail, which is worse than a rat tail. I think. I don't know.
I had a wasted youth. I grew up in a private school and went right into the military. 6 years of the infantry. I wanted to grow my hair out, man.
But I mean, they said the arena may have had a couple thousand people, and Wilt said there was apparently millions of people who was live at that game. They didn't have film of it. The only thing they actually have of that is him holding up a sign that says 100 points.
No kidding.
But
it wasn't on TV or anything?
No, I mean, this was in 1962. Basketball was practically nothing.
Wow, that's why he scored 100 points.
Yeah.
People are like, I don't even know how to play basketball. That dude is putting it in that hook. I think we're supposed to try to stop him.
Wait, what? No. Okay.
I think we're supposed to try to stop him.
I think the final score is like 164 to like 140 something.
Oh, jeez.
Put the biscuit in the basket.
How about to take and this is going to sound sacrilegious for a Christian, but to meet the Buddha.
Which one?
The original.
Oh, you mean the actual Buddha?
Yeah. Walk with him, talk with him, have a conversation.
Would you be able to understand him?
I'd have one of those translators. Goes in my ear, and I'd be able to hear what he's saying. That's a pretty deep philosophical question. Mm-hmm. It's like, man, can a Christian take and look into like the teachings of Buddha and still stay true to like no other gods before me? And my personal opinion is absolutely.
I totally think so.
In fact, I know some clergy that actually believe that looking into Buddhism makes them a better Christian. Mm-hmm. Because it's a moral code. It's not a way to heaven. It's a way to enlightenment. Well,
to me, it's almost, and not exactly, but kind of in a sense, mixed martial arts.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it's like let's take the best
of a bunch of stuff.
Best out of this,
like
the best out of this, and the best out of this. But I mean, like, this is your foundation.
Sure.
But let's add upon it.
Dude, and I've looked into it for a long time, for years, and dude, blows me away just some of the insight. Like, it's stuff that I try to share with my students some of this, but like one of the thing is, he was asked, what is anger? And he goes, it's a punishment we give ourselves for a mistake from another person.
Mm-hmm. I can see that, yeah.
Because think about it, you're mad, but you're not hurting the other person.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you throw a rock at him, that's different, but you're sitting there just steaming, having conversations with him in your head while you drive down the road that never actually happened, and by the time you get where you're going, you're even madder.
All I know is that Metallica music is playing real loud, and I'm getting angrier and angrier as I go.
The colors and lights are getting brighter and brighter.
Speaking of heavy metal music, so to speak, Pantera. Their drummer just passed away this weekend.
Yeah, I heard Vinny passed.
Yeah, I mean, I remember
rest in peace, bud.
When I was a kid, White Zombie and Pantera.
Love White Zombie.
They had a tour together, and they were playing in Salem.
Yeah.
One of my friends, he had a car. I was like, dude, let's go, man. He goes, I don't think we should.
He's like, we might burn in hell.
Yeah, well, it's not that. He's like, we might get beat up by a bunch of people.
Yeah. Did you go?
No, we didn't go. I thought that would have been awesome because I'm a huge fan of White Zombie and
I
Pantera.
love White. I'm not a Pantera. Their music, it's not my thing. I'm glad that there's a following and appreciation for it. It's not my thing. It's too much like dun 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 dun. It's, I don't know, musical gymnastics. But I'm a guy who likes like the Beach Boys.
You sicken me.
Dude, now I like Rob Zombie too, but I like harmony and melody and I like a catchy tune. I like a catchy tune.
They have different melodies.
I just wasn't into that. Early Metallica. My buddy Will, my training partner and business partner here at the Edge, gives me grief about it all the time. I'm just like, I'm sorry. I wish I could.
Let me just say this. Hey, Will, you remember that time me and you, we went to see Godsmack open up for Metallica? That was Oh, Will, you weren't there. I'm sorry, Will.
Why are you being hateful?
You brought up Will.
But in a good way. This man will choke you. He is very capable.
You know what? I was about to say I could outrun him, but he got that new hip, and I can.
You ain't outrunning him with that new hip.
When I get my new hip, I will outrun him.
Dude, it doesn't matter. You said it now. The clock is ticking.
He actually almost ran over me with a cart at Walmart one day because I mentioned that to him.
He's like, dang, gummit, man.
All right, this is a great one. Fish Tropic. To find out where all the buried pirate ships are.
Oh.
Where's all that pirate booty at?
Hey, what's that? The Beale treasure in Bedford?
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be a great one to know where that one was? Oh.
I watched a thing the
It's
other
like a
day.
pirate thing here in our local, what is it, about 15 minutes down the road?
Yeah, about
Bedford?
15, 20 minutes, yeah.
If you've ever heard of the Bedford Boys and stuff, Lynchburg is literally next door. They're like, I live in Bedford County.
That's from
You could throw a stone at it.
World War II?
Yeah.
The Bedford Boys, yeah.
Yeah. They were on,
The D-Day Memorial is, again, probably
In
15
Bedford.
minutes from here.
You remember the scene from Saving Private Ryan where they stormed the beach?
Mm-hmm.
The Bedford Boys were one of the first ones that stormed and suffered some of the heaviest losses of any other company in the entire attack. So, I mean, they're given special credit because that's an unwinnable situation.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what they did? Strapped on their helmets, loaded their guns, and marched so that overwhelming force. They were going to be the first ones, but they had to do it to get the other guys to be able to go.
And that's actually why the D-Day Memorial is in Bedford.
Yeah.
Operation Overlord.
I actually did some concrete work there.
Did you?
Yeah.
Nice.
Just a little bit. But it was cool. They did a big write-up on us and stuff. Where the statues were going to go, they needed deeper footers than what they had originally thought. So whoever poured it didn't pour it deep enough. So they contacted us, and we cut it out and then dug it down literally like 5 feet instead of like 4 inches.
Now, is that right there where the things are? Were they going up?
No, it's like at the D-Day Memorial they have this huge like fountain area.
Yeah.
And around, the big mass of it, like when you look at the scene, it's a scene of people, going through the water like they're attacking the beach. On the outside, like where you would walk around to get there, there's statues on the way on the sidewalk, and that's what we did.
Awesome.
It's cool.
That is pretty cool.
I actually didn't work hard on that job. I was just directing people, and I got a picture in the paper by telling them, do that. They were like, that dude ain't dug this hole nothing, and he's in the paper.
Drill Sergeant Champney.
Oh, sorry about that, fellas. Proud of you, though. I'm a giver.
That's
We're
it.
right on time. What do we
There
have
you
for
go.
next week?
You know what? I wanted to see if I could talk to a couple of our guys here, Christian and Kyler, see if we can do like some MMA.
Oh,
Have an
fantastic.
MMA show.
That would be great.
Would that be cool?
That would be good. I'll ask them. I don't know what their schedules are, but if not, we'll schedule it for some time.
They will do it, or no. My thing is, that's two of my guys, and I'd love to have them on here. I've been talking about having Kyler on for a long, long time.
That dude, he works with me now in concrete. I love Kyler.
Oh, dude, I've liked that kid for a long time. I call him a kid.
There's
He's not a kid. My man's about to get married.
He's about to get married. There's a few people that you're going to run across in this life that are genuine. And they live life to the fullest and just, drink every drop of it up. And let me tell you something, that kid, he could make it.
Can't you see I'm busy?
Hey, Miss Hustle, we're getting ready to sign off. Where have you been? You push the right button, yeah. You don't have to stop that from doing that?
No, I don't care. Let's give Christian some shout outs too. He's been on before.
He's awesome.
One of our guys, and gosh, I miss hanging out, just sitting there talking, shooting the breeze with him. And I will say this also: it's gonna be one of those things. I'm kind of a little away from the UFC, and some of the guys I'm like, I don't even know.
So are we actually. All of us are too.
I don't even know who even the champions are in each division anymore.
The UFC is actually catching a lot of flack for that. They've flooded their ranks so much. There's not a familiarity to it to where you're like, I want to see A and B. Why? Because there's A to Z, and it's like, well, that's volume 1. There's 1,000 volumes of A to Z. So I don't know anybody.
I mean, I know Ronda Rousey. She's trying to be champion in UFC and WWE at the same time. I don't know how she's doing it.
Dude, the big fight getting ready to come up is Stipe versus Daniel Cormier.
Oh.
That's going to be good.
So Cormier's going up a weight class.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. And on that same card, I think Brian Ortega, he's a Gracie Jiu-Jitsu black belt.
I know Ortega.
I love watching him fight. He's exciting. Stand-up is great. His ground is sick. He's going against Holloway.
No, I like Holloway too.
That's a good card
That
already.
does sound like a good card, yeah.
Okay.
What is that?
I think that's next week.
GSP, does he have a fight yet?
No, I think he's still in limbo. I haven't heard anything.
But didn't he win the championship from Bisping?
Yeah, and then he vacated the title, and he was thinking about trying to make his next fight a super fight versus Nate Diaz at like a catchweight.
Oh, okay.
So,
yeah, I think I heard somebody dropping down to like 165 or something.
yeah, something like that, which is good because he had to bulk up so much for Bisping.
At 185.
And he was like, it's not my weight. He goes, I felt slow. I got tired. I was sluggish. He goes, no.
Bisping from, is he from Toronto?
Bisping's from England.
Not Bisping. GSP.
Yeah, or Montreal.
Montreal.
I can't remember which
I know
one.
he's French-Canadian. I do know that.
Trains at TriStar Gym. And he trains there, and then like he comes in. He has an East Coast place with Henzo Gracie and John Donner. And on the West Coast, he's with Greg Jackson and Winklejohn.
So he's got the really good groups, doesn't he?
There's a reason he's considered one of the best in the world.
I mean, I've always loved the fact that if he thinks it's something that can make him better, he'll do it.
Dude, that's how you have to be.
I mean,
he also trains with Freddie Roach, in the boxing.
Oh, I mean, when he tore up what's his face's eye?
Josh Koscheck.
Yeah, it was one of the greatest displays of jab work ever.
It was awesome.
I've told people many years, like, dude, a jab will work, and they're like, it's not that good. I'm like, a jab will work. It will set up everything if you just let it.
Koscheck, his eye was so screwed up, he couldn't fly from Canada, where the fight was, back to California. He had to drive because the pressure, they were like, no, it'd kill you. Oh, from Quebec. Thank you, Miss Hustle.
Montreal, Quebec?
I don't know.
Miss Hustle, is Montreal, Quebec? Isn't that right? Where the Expos are? I remember the Montreal Expos.
Dude, I don't know.
You don't know the baseball.
It's too much for me.
Anyway, guys.
I'm not impressed by your answer. I'm sorry. You're closing up the show.
If you haven't seen that, GSP talking to Matt Hughes that one time, one of the greatest things I've ever seen.
Because he's one of the worst trash talkers of all time.
And the thing was, he apologized later for it. He's like, I'm sorry. I didn't want to do that.
I'm trying to sell the tickets for the fight to help me make the money.
He's one of the, I mean, honestly, one reason I said I wanted to meet him, just seems like one of the most decent, genuine people.
He seems like he'd be one of the nicest guys. You'd be lucky to know him.
Yeah.
Huge fan, George. If you see this, love you.
All right. Anywho, that's all I got. And you guys, have an incredible day.
See ya.